Wah, there we go. And so we begin proper. There we are. We'll turn to the other music. There we are. Aha. Back to... There we go. Alright, so we can go ahead and get started. Yes, there we go. Why is it not? Come on. There we go. Double checking on stuff. There we are. Okay. So we picking back up where we left off, which is a look into the past from what I believe is correct. Interesting. Okay. All right. So we pick up with Loon from what I can see. Look at this, Solus. He's talking to me like I'm younger than 5. What have you signed us up for? Sorry, I have no idea at all. Silence! Don't talk during the lecture. You're not a professor, Diana. Not even a graduate yet. So what? I'm at least good enough to school you both. You guys obviously need it. This is all my fault. Talked about my ability without thinking, and now... And you seriously thought I'd let that disinformation fly? You offend the entire field of science when you blabber on like, oh nah baby, we don't know how this magical shit works, so casually. Then Loon just believes you without a second thought because she's Loon. Ridiculous. Dear, I don't talk like that. Yeah, he doesn't sound like that. I know, humorless people. I was exaggerating. Do you know what a joke is, darling? Nobody tells jokes during lectures. This aspiring instructress does. Anyway, it's my duty to set right your big fat wrongs. So get your butts in line and listen carefully. God, Five's not here right now. When reduced to nothing but a soul, all beings become equal. We start at the soul, the source of everything. Though it's an unseen part of a person, its effects are felt very clearly. Therefore, it's important to take care of it like other parts of our bodies. Just like anything else in the body, the soul needs strength. Prior to the decades of peace, the professor developed many theories regarding abilities. When that peace arrived, it was the first time in years that humans and monsters could interact safely, and so it was also the first time that he could directly observe and study a monster. A golden chance, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have this kind of specimen. Finally, the professor would be able to draw objective comparisons between monster and human, especially regarding his valuable theories. An ability is currently understood as a manifestation from one's soul. That is, these are powers based on strong desires. Thanks to scientific research, the view on such a seemingly mystical phenomenon has become more sophisticated. Diana, quote his teachings. There are different ways an ability begins to be formed, so I'll go with the most obvious one here. When there's a threat, the soul responds. This means that the body is threatened to be harmed, therefore, it's the soul's turn to prepare an appropriate response to this threat. And the third part of the cycle, the mind. It's up to that to come up with the shape of this response. That shape depends on how creative someone is, what they're thinking, how they're affected by the environment surrounding them. That's why, as no two people are the same, so too do all abilities differ in manifestation, even if they share similarities on the surface. Whoop. There we go. Had to make sure everything was working right. Yes. So, I know I keep calling you two peas of the same dry pod, but I mean, both of you actually differ a lot in creativity and inner thoughts. Like, both of you are super into training for your princess-to-be, right? Although it's a similar duty, you try to accomplish it differently. I'm not sure I get what you're trying to say. It's simple, I swear. See, Loon's all about following the lead, so she'll probably just want to do anything Reed Boy says. Huh? But Soul, you're the type that wants some sane decisions, right? So you're probably trying to be some advisory guy to support little Suvi. Wait, what? See what I mean now? Diana, absolutely school this audience with your knowledge. Hold it. When did this turn into a psychoanalysis session? Yeah, I'm not sure you were describing me correctly there. Really? I think I was totally right, though. Definitely not. Nah, I'm so right about both of you. You're so not. Feel free to stay in denial, fools. I know you do better than you'll ever know yourselves, I swear. But look, just humor me here for a bit, okay? I'm talking about the personality differences. Because of that, even if you were to have abilities of a similar nature, sure the way you shape it to assist yourself would still be different, right? I've only ever had one ability in my life. and will only ever have this one. But how should I know?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer either.
Oh my god, so unimaginative. Just give me the yes and treatment, thanks.
Organic, direct.
Proxy. But fine, since you take everything so literally, here's a clearer example. A lot of people can heal wounds with their abilities, right? However, even if multiple healers do accomplish similar results, their methods of producing it differ. For instance, though there are those who heal directly, there are also people whose healing came to manifest in an indirect way, such as infusing food itself with a healing effect. Oh, like Mr. Fairs? Yes. Do you know about them, Soul?
You're talking about the bear gardeners, right? I've heard they had a hand in making soldiers' rations during war have a healing effect.
Yes. It was a genius idea, making use of an ability like that.
In the monster world, people always say that that's what helped your world's army maintain its strength.
Well, maybe in part. But first place credit for the army's great state goes to Lady Ocean.
Doesn't the lady also speak highly of their supportive efforts, though?
I suppose so. To earn the lady's praise, that means it's something special. Then I suppose to be worthy of her praise means his group is deserving of some credit for the army's prosperity, even if they're not soldiers themselves. Your inner fangirl is showing, Loons. My what? Save it for your smelly army training grounds later, why don't you? Pray tell, what's that supposed to mean?
Loon, whenever you get started, you never stop praising Lady Ocean.
I am just being honest. Sort of being so right, guys. It will happen again. Meh. Taking a pretzel-shaped roundabout for you to admit there's other people worthy of acknowledgement besides Our Lady. To mock the respect I have for my teacher, Diana. You're so obviously imitating yours in our faces. Every chance you get. Hey, I'm not! It's a pile of false accusation-y crap. Right back at you.
There's nothing embarrassing about following a role model, you guys. I'm certain Lady Ocean and Professor Zachary would be happy to know their students admire them to this extent.
You... shush! That's not helping, Solus.
Really? I don't get what's the big deal about it.
Of course not. It's because you have such an impressive soulish brain, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
An incurable condition, unfortunately.
What does that mean?
Diana slipped back into pretend teacher mode. Ahem. As I've observed in our example, there are numerous healing methods. That is, different ways to reach similar goals from person to person. So why are there differences in the way these souls can heal? It's all because of how their minds thought it up. From the body to the soul in the heart to the mind, then back to the body. This is Teacher's theory involving a beautiful cycle that never ends, and it gives way to such a special form of self-expression.
Stimulated, compelled to respond, image of response, awakening. And what a great intrinsic potential it is. That the potential to wield desire.
So you guys, don't start talking about this so lightly again. Your abilities are something to be appreciated. It's not inexplicable, uncontrollable, or something to dislike. Rather, something that is completely yours.
Yet, people's nature is to use power only in advancing their endless conflicts.
Loon, Solus, every time you use your abilities, that's your soul, expressing itself in a way only you can accomplish. Your burning flames are as warm as you are, and your protective copies are as loyal as she is. You two express your dedication to beauty so beautifully, don't you think so?
In wars that teach them to destroy, take, and conquer, but never to create.
I envy that just a little bit.
I ask you to try and understand just how much of the people's potential is wasted. Diana's special notes. Y is the form of ability, X is form of results. Conducting powers, mental prowess, sensing powers, tangible results, intangible results, feeling powers, physical powers, seeing powers, elemental, illusions, healing, mediumship. Winged powers, fully mental, tangible and intangible results. Celestial powers, fully physical, tangible and intangible results. Human and monster powers, see corners. The conduct, feel, sense, see. Conduct, feel, sense, see. The professor, like his predecessor in the field, sought to place reasoning behind that which seemed inexplicable to ordinary people. He drew a correlation between the nature of an ability, the circumstances of an ability's awakening, the nature of a person who harbors a specific ability. Observation A. The professor states that an ability is most commonly born during an adrenaline rush, when a person faces a severe threat or undergoes intense stress. As a result, abilities awakened during the seasons of war are often violent in nature. Perhaps because these were powers the soul awakened to protect itself, or powers intended to eradicate the present threats. When the body was threatened, the soul responded in turn. The shape of this response allowed for self-defense or a stronger retaliation. It was either highly protective or highly destructive. A desperate desire to preserve oneself or to destroy one's foes. Observation B. In comparison, abilities awakened during peaceful times tend to be more practical in nature. These abilities are likely to not focus on killing one's opponents or desperately preserving the well-being of oneself, to say the least. Indeed, they are a creative sort of abilities, awakened through personal challenge, intense emotions such as excitement or roving curiosity. When the mind was free to think creatively, the soul responded in turn. The shape of this response was imaginative, or a person's personality fully flourished in their power. It was something creative, constructive, sometimes manifesting as an element of one's existing talents. Observation C. The nature of an ability is greatly influenced by the circumstances that caused its awakening. There exists a logical connection between a person's thoughts at a specific moment within their mind and how it is influenced by their surroundings. Through these controllable factors, it is possible to induce specific abilities. Most commonly, this practice is seen in lineages who define their identity through similar abilities, exact properties of which are unique to them alone. Ultimately, it results in similar abilities carrying across one bloodline. The nature of an awakening may be passively guided, in addition to the influences of factors beyond control. For instance, certain abilities come through specific training routines developed by and kept solely for members of one group. From subtle, ongoing influence, exclusive abilities become passed down family secrets. Observation D. Being able to influence a natural awakening opens way to many possibilities. Naturally, it follows that it is also possible to force an unwanted early awakening. Indeed, through deliberately placing a person in danger, one can reshape them into the perfect weapon just as desired. It is possible to force an awakening on anyone capable of having an ability, to force the body into an adrenaline rush until the soul responds most suitably. As always, the shape of this response is greatly influenced by outer surroundings and inner thoughts of the mind. Still, how interestingly overwhelming it is. Creativity of a person in mortal peril. Oh. But such a dangerous practice is of course not legal in the slightest. It is also not guaranteed to flow smoothly at all. While the introduced danger can be controlled as well as the person's surroundings, their thoughts in their mind are beyond control. After all, there's no telling how bloody a moment of explosive creativity may be. There's always the possibility of the danger backfiring on the one forcing such an awakening in the form of revenge and retaliation. Observation E. Additionally, even upon success, this kind of awakening is more than likely to leave behind numerous irreversible changes on a person's mental state, alongside their newfound ability. It is rumored that the Umbra clan maintain their strength through forcing powerful awakenings in their young, in ages as early as 4, until the princes put an end to it. As things stand, forcibly controlling awakenings is an act deemed illegal in the human world with harsh punishment should any perpetrators be discovered. Whether natural or unnatural, it is difficult to fully comprehend an ability. The creative nature of the mind makes it impossible to fully control the outcome of an awakening. Rather easy to misunderstand the resulting ability. Half the time, people do not come close to completely understanding even their own abilities. Only a person who has achieved resident may be called a true success. A person who can masterfully wield their soul as a tool. May that be a tool of war, of peace, or of purposes beyond labels. Read, summarize this dubious research. To the soul, an ability represents its strength, like thoughts enriching mind, nutrient sustaining body. Souls needs this strength. Strength that allows it to grow and protect itself in the face of danger. Without a healthy mind, we suffer. Without a healthy body, we suffer. Therefore, it is only natural that those without an ability suffer as well. Such a person is born with very intrinsic inadequacy, a defective being. His task was to find a way to assist monsters unable to awaken an ability. But of course, he was not allowed to force an awakening. That would mean placing their already fragile lives in danger. Also, it's illegal. He had the royalty supervising his work. So, that was his research. At least as far as we in the public are aware. He called this condition the incapability to awaken as having weak soul. The human soul is not dependent on their ability, so their body is fine even when their soul is weak. Winged soul seems to be extremely tied to their abilities, so there's no room for weakness there. And a monster, their body is largely dependent on the strength of their soul, but not fully. As I understand it, that's why this condition affects them the most.
That makes sense.
I see why this effort was being done for monsters only, considering the side effects humans and winged face.
There's more pain to be faced in a short life. That certainly makes them a priority.
So, I assume he had to find a way to empower weak souls so that these monsters could get abilities like others do? Yeah, but, well, if it were not possible to allow that, then at least he'd work on strengthening the body enough so that affected monsters may continue to live healthily even without being able to awaken abilities. That looks like what he was trying to do for the longest time. But from what I can tell, it never seemed like he was seeing any success. Read. So if 5 is currently healthy because of Nino's ability. My parents left behind a lengthy work history with several institutions and various partnerships. But all of that was long since ended. So it was a surprise to find anything at this point, honestly. But now I'm almost certain that this is what 5 was being treated for. On paper, at the very least. According to the professor, her soul would be called weak.
But why was the result of the treatment a painful transformation? He still doesn't have a clear idea of what that is.
I don't really know about that. Could it be that trying to strengthen her body backfired somehow?
Oh, like over fixing it? You know, if you take too much medicine, it's just as bad as taking none. I'm not sure if it works that way.
I'm also curious about something. How and why Nino's healing apparently helped 5 revert back to normal. And that she got to keep her good health afterwards, to boot. What the hell is your healing like, dude?
It's not that grand. I just touch wounds and they get better. Just think it's kind of lame. Oh, I don't think it's lame at all.
Well, since it helped 5, I'm glad it's good for that much. Sounds like it'll be a useful thing to have on hand.
Oh, that's true. If any of us get a bad boo-boo adventuring, we know who to go to.
Baby words don't help me feel not lame about it. If you find the time later, let's try testing your healing. How? I'm curious, since it's not like there aren't any others who can heal. It's likely the professor would have already tried this, so wonder why it is that whatever you did succeeded there. I don't mind testing, really. But how? I don't know. But you should just try to learn more about how it works. You're going to cut yourself for me or something? Good God, no. Then want me to stab Arya and fix her wounds up? No. No. How do you want me to do it? I don't know. Use your freaking imagination. It's your ability. Just don't talk so gleefully about cutting people. I was just kidding. Don't freak out. What do you want me to do for real? Try heal touching some plants or food or people? Oh, there. See? You're doing it. Good job. Doing what? The imagination thing. Just act on the ideas you have. That's how abilities work. Right? Correct. The best way to learn what it can do is to use it more. It's also the way to get better at it, of course. Yeah, let's try these ideas out later. Why not? As long as it doesn't involve people stabbing. It won't. That was a joke. You know, are you really gonna leave Reed by according to his wishes? Leave Reed be, more than likely. I mean, you probably won't. Though the research concerns monster kind, it's still vital to humankind. Humans would have gotten all credit if the professor accomplished anything. But I guess the fact that 5 is here, healthy and cheerful, means that he did succeed in some way at the end, without knowing it. Really, who would have known? The first and only success of his was here all along. It looks like he was too late to see it. Read about that. Let me just say... Actually, wait. First of all, please excuse the potential disrespect for your dad here, but you can disrespect him all you want. Oh, I really might offend you here, though. Don't care. Out with it already. Okay, so... Not that I can make any surefire judgment, of course, but doesn't most of this sound strangely unethical to you guys? We don't know what methods were used for treatment exactly, but I admit that it seems a bit worrisome. I feel like this might have involved dubious medical practices, at least. And in the end, it sounded like 5 was abandoned. Honestly, I really don't like thinking about that part. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, with all that in mind, is this really going to be okay? Yes, you will be fine. I know I told you that he's not the nicest person around, but you don't have to worry about it. I'll make sure it'll have nothing to do with you, nor ever get in your way. We're not talking about ourselves, Reed. What? Yeah, I was asking about you. What? Thought that was obvious. Why would you care about what I do? Do you have a heart in there, little man? Because it doesn't sound like you do. We're worried, you know. Worried about... what? You dumbass. No, you dumbass. I didn't ask you to do that, so quit it. Nope. Don't think that's something you can just switch off, bro. You know, press on. Seriously, even though you know all this, you still intend to search for him? Even if you're related by blood, does it excuse putting yourself in danger? Don't misunderstand. It's not out of some kind of obligation towards a parent. Since I don't even feel I don't even know what that feels like. I know I just have my own reasons. Now let's keep it at that, okay? Yes, fine, your business and yours alone. Just be careful, okay? Careful from what, Nina? I don't know exactly why I'm saying this. Maybe a gut feeling? You say everything is fine, but it's like you'll be under a lot of risk if you pursue this kind of person. I mean, you've even had to extend your search to the monster world. I don't understand how you're not afraid. Isn't it just far too risky? You know, you made 5 a promise. You made a promise to 5, right? Now, in that promise, did you think you won't be risking anything by pursuing it? Reed, if Nino did so, surely it's not a stretch that you chose to pursue your quest despite the dangers it posed. There we go. Okay. Oh, well, of course it won't be easy, but you still intend to do it, don't you? You want to stay true to your word, despite how uncertain the outcome is. Right. So I'm the same. You can do it, then I can too. But you seem to think I'm naive to the potential danger, even though I'm better prepared in comparison to you. It's you who should rid yourself for the risks you'll face if you ask me. I guess we're all already risking a lot just by standing on Five's side. There'll probably only be more risks the more we try to help. Yes, and if the existence of the risk isn't going to stop you, it just means you have to prepare for it well. So hey, you shouldn't worry about me any more than yourselves. Nino, Reed has a point, but Reed is speaking as though his life doesn't have much value in the face of his quest. Remind him the opposite is much more true. I understand where you're coming from now, but Reed, sometimes you talk as if you yourself don't really matter. It's not that you're nonchalant about taking precautions, but you see accomplishing your goal as more valuable than your own well-being. Oh, no, don't look into too deep into nothing, please. That's not the case at all. I'm just saying, whenever you speak about yourself, the language sounds a little concerning. I'm just not fond of acting too self-serving like a certain someone. I'm being serious. Not a bad thing to want to keep yourself safe. Okay, calm down. Jokes aside, listen. I do have a home to go back to, you know. So I'm not about to let myself go when my presence there is necessary. Oh, see, that's reassuring. But even while saying that, it's as if you take your precautions because of your goal, not because keeping yourself safe in the first place matters on its own. There's no need for any reasoning to why you wouldn't sacrifice your well-being. Sure, you're not wrong, but there really is no need to concern yourself with my garbage work. Think about your non-garbage promise to Five instead. Calling it garbage seems a little harsh. That's beside the point. Nino, are you really ready to face any risk for your promise? You all better be able to fulfill your goals here, just as I am. There's someone who's counting on you for that. He kind of has a point. I don't think we plan things ahead as much as this guy does. Right. Guess you won't leave us an opening to help you out then. Should I bother you for help? When you're still trying to handle the weight of your own promise? At your current state, that's a no. Absolutely not. To put it nicely, I think the days we spend here aren't just resting. But this will be our chance to better prepare ourselves, Nino. That's right. To focus on yourselves only. All right, I get it. Follow your example, I swear. So sorry for assuming you didn't know better when I'm not one to talk. Seriously. There's nothing to apologize about here. You guys all love to say sorry every damn second, huh? It's gonna get lame fast if you talk like that. Fix your attitude. Huh? How should I be talking? Pump up the confidence, why don't you? Make this interesting and you won't feel the burden as much. What's that even mean? What I mean is, I'm going to find the professor before you find any of Five's friends. What? Or, nah, actually. I'll do it before you even get within an inch of that old laboratory. And when that happens, you'll officially be branded the loser of the group. What? Dang, those are some daring words, mister. Wanna bet on it, huh? What? Yeah, I bet I get $20 if Nino wins. How's that? Consider it done. Wow, really, May? Such a waste. Yeah, what are you even saying? Because you could make a lot more than that. I think I could definitely bet quadruple to the amount on my part. What, Aria, you too? Wow, that's a lot of $20. Oh, but I won't bet it on Nino. Sorry. Wait, on me? You'll be betting against yourselves. I know. It's despite the fact. You believe I can do it to that extent? Sure do. You're the most well-equipped one of us. I see there's a traitor amidst our ranks. Yeah, you guys are supposed to be on his side, you know? But think about it.
Reed really is better prepared for his goal than we are.
Don't raise the bid too high. Pockets combined probably aren't that deep.
Both of you to assume I'd ever allow us to lose cash. I'm gonna beat you fair square and with style. Right, Nino?
They look to you for directives. Just now, how unreliable did you seem? It's the point that they try to cheer you up this fervently, at least. In your concern, you exposed a fearful part of yourself. A most unleaderly hesitation. Yet still, they look towards you with understanding, waiting not to precede your step, but follow behind in support. Come on, their gaze says. Risk doesn't mean one must never act. Don't fear the danger, you have us to rely on. Yes, it doesn't matter if Reed speaks as if he's a lone wolf. Maybe it's a bad habit, an unconscious inclination to drift towards self-isolation, isolating language, but his actions speak far louder than his words. The reality is that you won't allow each other to face the coming risks alone, an unspoken agreement for as long as you are in this together. Act more like a leader. Five isn't the only one relying on you here. At what price does standing by Five's side come? To go against the very rules that dictate this world's conflicts. Surely you knew what it meant for a human to act that way, the moment you chose to save a monster in pain. And is it a price that you're truly ready to pay? The only answer you'd want to show your companions is a resounding yes. Fine. I'm not standing by such disrespect. You and Five are gonna find our friends faster than this guy finds his dad. Bring it on. That's more like it.
Alright, I hereby name Arya a witness. Why do we need that? Obviously, so no one cheapens out. I want my hard-earned cash.
What the hell do you take me for? I'm a man of my words. Me too. Not that we'll even have to pay him. No worries, May. We're gonna beat Reed and make bank.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to hear.
Alright. Tomorrow, let's try to prepare ourselves better. Mainly, I think we should see how we can work together as a team. And check on our equipment. Maybe more stuff. But the goal is to be ready when it's time to head to the capital. So is that, okay?
Aye, Captain. I don't see why not.
It's a good start. Woo! Great.
I hope everything will really be okay. Even if we find nothing there. Don't be so pessimistic. I'm sure they'll be fine. Plus, if I were in Five's shoes, I think I'd want to get confirmation, whether it's good or bad, on what's happened to my friends at home.
Closure is important.
Also, don't forget, it's a Reed home invasion, so we still have something to look forward to. Oh, right. Won't be all bad then.
Man. Hope I'll get some new leads out of this, at least. Could worry about that later. For now, I think we're all overdue for some rest.
Oh, guys, shush. Look.
Nino, Arya, May. Aw, I fell asleep. Aw.
He's smiling. Probably having a good dream.
Oh, whoops. Probably bored her with all my technical talk.
You must have been so tired after all that happened today.
Aren't we all? I'm getting Embo ready to call it a night.
We've all had a long day, yeah. It was fun. No. It was fun. Don't talk like that. Maybe in some part, but there were too many death scares during a single day for my liking, really. At least I can finally rest for real, though. Can't believe I'm sleeping with other humans.
Arya, that's, a very poor choice of words.
What? Did I say something wrong?
No. Never mind.
Ooh, I'm so glad to be here right now.
Guys, the closet has pajamas, by the way. Also, I call dibs on the left bed. Shuri, this is my spot.
How come you get to choose?
First come, first serve, slowpoke. You can just take, wait. Aren't 4 beds not enough? Obviously, my boyfriend sleeps with me, so that leaves,
Guys, crazy. Please. Just get your head out of the gutter. Don't give me that, hypocrite. You know, there's only 4 beds for 5 people. Continue to be the dependable leader you are, and take the couch for the night.
Ludwig seems to like the carpet just fine, so no worries there.
Oh, so what about 5? That's cool. I'm taking the couch. Tuck her in one of the beds.
That works out. Nice arrangements here.
Read, consult so-called leader. Wait. Nina, switch with me. What? You want the couch? I need the couch. What's up with you, dude? I think I'm the only person here who has any idea about personal space. Huh. Sharing a room isn't a big deal. Or, wait, are you still not comfortable around us? Of course I'm not. Oh, get over it. You're just some girls. No. What you all are is a bunch of strangers. So just give me the goddamn couch. Jeez, fine, you can have it if you want. I'm tired of caring about these pointless things.
This is fun. Like one big sleepover.
Yeah, can we just shush and sleep already?
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Have cool dreams.
Read. Good night. 10 minutes pass, and then 30 more. There's no way you're going to fall asleep so easily. Never been this uncomfortable before in your life. Lucky headquarters, getting to use the house freely all by yourself. I miss your bedroom so much right now. Not that you don't have trouble sleeping there either. Insomnia is an ongoing problem for you. You just cope with having no real rhythm of sleep in your life, really. But at least in home, you wouldn't be forced to stick around random strangers like this. Random, weird, and funny strangers. Who are sometimes too nice for their own good, and really need to mind their own business. No matter, though. You'll part ways in no time, and... Wait, do you hear loud snoring? Read. Are those... Are you asleep already? Yes, they are. Ow, what the hell? Is that coming from Arya? Wow. Apparently even pretty girls can snore. Seriously, though. Are you the odd one? Are you the odd one for feeling uncomfortable? No, they're the weirdos for being so uncaring like that. Besides, what kind of superpower is this? To lay one's head upon a pillow and instantly drift off to sweet dreams. As if it were by a flick of a switch. It's like they don't even have to think about night terrors, a lot of them. And again, to be fair, they'd have had a day classified as long and tiring by their standards. It's no more of a workout to you than the usual, though. In fact, it's somehow less of a typical busy day, judging by your daily activities. There was no dinner to cook, no clothes to wash, and no cleaning to do. Oh, but that means she had none of those things back home. One who is tightly bound to physical reality as if trapped, is unable to drift to the land of dreams. You need to get back as soon as possible. Take care of... Wait. Oh, God. Feeling homesick? Ugh, that's stupid. Just recalling your duty of taking care of everything there. Yeah. That's what older siblings are supposed to do, after all. But a free mind drifts anywhere, whether towards dreams or the edges of reality. Nina, are you dreaming? So it seems. Nina, what are you dreaming about? It's you. You're looking at yourself. Yeah, you must be dreaming right now. You appear a little different, however. On the inside, are you still the same person as you are? Nino, talk to Nino. Is it that fun being here? Everyone's nice to me. But is that even what I wanted? Answer Nino. Is it? Ooh. I'm asking you. We are all the same in the end, except for you. You're acting like those complacent royal fools. Hey, where is your resolve gone? I don't feel nothing from you anymore. You getting a little carried away? I expected better from myself. You stood by and smiled to such people. Surely, you don't think you have a right to do that, do you? Hey, welcome on in. Welcome on in, Auntie Badger. Yeah, the stream's going okay. Do I not? Nino. Answer, Nino.
Of course not. Nobody can ever have power over you. So, joking around, comforting them, helping them out, all just because you experienced a bit of safety? Not to mention how relieved you felt, talking to that fallen angel. That was the most sickening thing to experience. Boy, you really did get carried away. Hope you're doing alright as well. Whoop. There we go. Whoop. In the end, I only have myself. Don't lie and say you've forgotten that. It's a rule I'd never live without. Lack of memories is a strange curse. You have so much that you want to know right now. If you asked any of your questions, would you be able to answer yourself? Nino, do you even remember that phrase? Ooh. It is not something you've ever uttered, however. It's an ever-present thought, feeling that loomed behind your every action since the very start. And just now, you managed to put it into words for yourself. To you, those words sound like they should be a constant truth. However, what you had so much faith in now seems a bit unpleasant. Nino, refute the Phantom. They're your friends and still are. They may not say it, but it's true. Phantom? That's awfully rude. Anyway, you're trying to lie to yourself? That's ridiculous. It's not a lie. Kaji isn't just some fallen angel, and those guys being with me isn't bad at all. You've got my back, and I've got theirs. Though you tried to bury the facts, I know it well. There were times when you thought of all this as a distraction, and of the people surrounding you as tools. What happened to all of that? You were wrong, plain and simple. I was wrong, just wrong. Not a detriment to my goals. Still look for my memories, and I'll probably be able to do it better with their help. God, grown so stupidly attached. Do you really think you have the freedom to do that? It only make you forget yourself more and more. A person without memories is so malleable, don't you think? Like a mindless puppet, so easy to influence. You should be far above that level. You know, how does this other you even know what he's talking about? What? That's a stupid thought. Why wouldn't I know everything you know? I'm you. You know, what's with the scales? It's your fault for losing track of yourself. You got involved in a lot of nonsense. Since when did anything matter more than yourself? My knowledge and my own memories? Better rethink your priorities here. You know, what did I forget? What do I remember? You already know. You know, is there anything I'm gonna remember from this? What are you expecting? Something you don't know? Look, I'm you. It means what you know is what I know. Give me back my memory. Give my memories back. God damn, do you hear yourself? Getting more and more illogical by the second. I took nothing from myself, you idiot. Hey, nobody gets to call me an idiot. Not even if you look like me. If it wasn't him that removed your memories, then what was it? Well, someone must have done this to you. You don't know who, so I don't know either, naturally. Suppose it only makes sense that their identity would be omitted too. But it's not impossible to get everything back. Only you'd work for it. What do you want me to do? Same thing you want. The missing parts of me to return the same. Isn't it upsetting to be without purpose? I know how much that distresses you. Please give a hint, something I should do. Something to do. Get back your memories? But you already know. But wasting your time on this island. Investigate the window. Peek in. It's an old scene. The war has ended, but the flames continue raging on. In the distance, something slowly rises. Though you didn't realize it at the time, you'd learn later what it was. A cage that encompassed your entire world, desperate to shelter your little heart. Yes, it was keeping you safe, but you chose to leave. That's what you've been trying to remind yourself about, it seems. Nino, if this phantom is really your old self, are you sure you want to remember? Calling me a phantom again? And old self.
Between you and you, should any distinction be made? In the end, I'm just you. You're also me, even though you're not acknowledging that part. You know, question nobody, not even yourself. By the way, you don't have to listen to every one of these ideas in your head, especially not when it goes against your nature. You know, can you prove that you're me? Ugh, no, don't go in circles. God, why do I act like such a smartass? I wonder Reed gets so many opportunities to make fun of you now. Whoop. Coming ad break. We'll postpone it as much as possible. What? Excuse me? I'm not wrong, am I? Me too, for that matter. Keep their names out of your trap. Why? You disrespected them just earlier. Don't you dare talk about them again. Oh, sure. Only I did, huh? It's like you still won't acknowledge yourself. Whatever. You haven't answered me. Prove to me that this is anything more than some dumb, meaningless dream. I guess I don't dislike that skeptic part of myself. Oh, sure thing. I'll show you what I mean. You know, get weapon. Wah. Uh-oh. You know, stab yourself. Oh boy. Shunk. It's okay. Your foggy mind is panicking. Listen to the memories of your body instead. Put your hand over your heart. The rest will come naturally. Now, this is what I mean when I say I'm you too. How do you feel? Though your wound is completely erased, the pain remains. Strange feeling to suddenly remove the injuries you're still reacting to, leaving yourself hurt from no visible causes at all. Even though it's a dream, the effect of this pains are quite familiar. Your grip on the hilt of your sword, the way you halt your thoughts when you face danger, and leave control entirely up to the instincts ingrained in your body. Not only do you feel pain, but also some kind of strength. Healing Hands restores HP and fortifies body. Healing Touch. 5 HP, 2 left. These are the memories your body has retained, and if your mind has forgotten. That's right. Cost of pain, your body gains more power and speed. Without suffering any injuries, this fortification might amount to a temporary speed boost. But it seems that the more your body is hurt, the stronger you can be. Even if you were to hurt yourself to this degree outside of your dreams, could you max out your strength? Well, that's what your body must be conveying here. Because the pain seems to be an all too familiar feeling to it. When I was fighting Kaji, I was able to stop him to everyone's surprise. It surprised me too. I didn't believe I could do anything, since I was having trouble up until the single decisive moment. So, was all that because of you doing this? Don't talk as if you were removed from your own actions. Take credit for what you have accomplished. That was all you. Simply that capable on your own. Did you realize from how you got the upper hand on your opponent that hiding the full extent of what an ability can do grants you a great combat advantage? So, besides yourself, no one needs to know what you can do. Not even those three. Besides, isn't it great how self-sufficient you already are? You don't need to rely on the fickleness of others at all. Why not tell them? They've told me what they're capable of. Only a naive person readily shares the details of their abilities. Besides, you're starting to trust people way too easily. Who's to say you won't have to go against them someday? What? No way, hey! You've become too trusting. Don't give me that. No reason they'd suddenly go against me. As long as you go along with their desires and keep them placated, right? Placated? Since when could anyone but you take priority, I wonder? You do well to stick more to your nature again. Keep your wariness close, always staying on guard, always accounting for every possibility, no matter how unpleasant you might find it. That way nothing can get the upper hand on you. No one is ever allowed that kind of position. All this power is a part of you, but lately you've been ignoring it more and more. You could accomplish so much only you'd let go of your fear of hurting? Or are you afraid to go forward? You don't need them to reassure you when you're this capable already. There's nothing to fear if nothing can even hurt you. Nino, remind me, no? I am you, and you are me. This ability is a power for me, for you alone. Use it only for yourself, because in the end, respond to Nino. I only have myself? Yeah. Whoop. Look again at what made you come this far. Nino, look. Right. Haven't you seen this before? This imagery that previously surfaced in an illusion before you? Somewhere in your memory, such a sight was stored all along. Although in the caverns of illusion, it was a little more gruesome than this. Still, why does the sight of yourself appear like this? You walked into danger on your own, so you have no right to act like those three do. Don't forget that again. Leisure was the goal, then we never would have left. We are not like the rest. Right now, you've got to get out of here, or else we're going to run out of time. Time? What will I run out of time to accomplish? Kotori.
Well, I've got an idea. You'll help. Do you hear me out?
Of course. I promised to listen to your worries all the way through, didn't I? Solus, didn't you and Kotori plan to patrol the border to try and catch the assassins? How's that going along? Whoop. Double checking on stuff. There we go. About as well as it could, Kotori's idea is to stand guard in two key locations. Here in Red Tulip, and back in your village, Buried Oasis. Cutely draws a diagram to illustrate for you, using one of her countless spears. Not that you really needed one, as knowledgeable as you are of your world's terrain, but you let her continue because it's cute anyway. Somehow she believes these to be the two most likely spots for an assassin to yeah, the ads are gonna run anyways, so she believes these to be the two most likely spots for an assassin to infiltrate through. But when you ask her why, she offers no reasoning behind it. Yet the more you think about these locations, the more reasons you find for them to be a good choice based on your own knowledge. Kotori and Solus make and discuss how to execute the one plan you can have. Red Tulip Town lies in a forested region named Akarmara. That is the area with the least population in your world, due to the illusory nature of the Akamaran forest. Besides a few small settlements, Akamara seldom sees activity. Well, does the lack of supervision not make it the perfect hiding place? Buried Oasis. Pardon me. There we go. Buried Oasis lies in a vast desert named Nyaren. We're gonna go with Nyaren, that way I'm not saying Nya. It's a large area that houses significant historical sites, and it lies the furthest from the royal marshes. Although it's far from the direct oversight of the prince's forces, it does have its own guard in place, and is not unwatched by any means. However, Nyaren holds some numerous secret underground passages and tunnels to be used for fast travel. These lead all the way to various key locations within your world, and directly to the settlements by the prince's tower in the marshes. Why does that not make it the perfect hub to stealthily traverse this world? Perhaps even towards the target of this assassin? Indeed, these are the most strategic locations for your foe. And yet again, this kind of knowledge isn't exactly commonplace. Not even Kotori, a fellow monster, could give you these facts. Not only is the method for accessing Niren's tunnels a secret, their mere existence is a well-guarded secret. So listen, how does she even know or feel any of this? Sorry for interrupting you, but really, how did you come to this prediction, let alone be so sure of it?
We've been over this. Told you it's my hunch. And I trust that I know more. I trust what I know more than anything.
I get that, but what kind of odd hunch is this? You're so sure of what you say, but you don't... Oop. Okay, we'll have to let these ads go through. So sure of what you say, but you don't know the reasoning behind it. So this is starting to sound like a prophecy.
That's not it. Unlike a prophecy, I don't see into the future at all. If I did, I wouldn't be struggling as much, don't you think? But here I am, missing so many details because there's so many variables.
Then what is this exactly?
I just have a hunch, and it's not very complete, so...
Is having incomplete yet reliable hunches like this part of your ability?
Gosh, not really. My ability, it has nothing to do with that. But I'd rather we don't talk about it. Not what's important right now, right here.
And you do know it's bad manners to ask about people's abilities, right? Well, pardon me, but how else am I supposed to explain this?
Sorry. I know that your soulless brain really wants clear explanations, but I don't have any of those to offer. You bring yourself to go against your nature a little, believe what I said without much questioning. Appreciate that.
Sorry, didn't mean to put you on the spot again. But it's a rather scary prediction. I mean, can you really imagine this event happening? Kotori, you seriously believe that the prince could really die?
He wouldn't just die, he'd be killed. And yes, I can imagine it.
Ah, jeez. You wish you wouldn't say that so bluntly. It's looking like you won't get concrete answer about this hunch here. But continuing to question it will likely only bother her more. You have a feeling she's keeping a lot from you. Perhaps once the celebrations pass safely, she'd be more keen to share. But right now, further probing seems meaningless. You don't exactly want to force things out of her. In the first place, it took a lot to make her comfortable enough to cooperate this much. Right. Kotori addressing the contents of this hunch must be more pressing matter than trying to pin down where exactly it had come from. Naturally, since she currently believes that the most precious life in this world is at stake under a very short time limit, she's considering discussing any other matters to be a waste of time. Human assassin, huh? That does ring a bell. So let's theorize the source of the killer. And there's no way that person you're thinking of could be involved. Lune Umbra, commander of the humankind's army and a former Umbran assassin, who, prior to becoming a guard, had once tried to take the life of the very prince she currently serves. She may have been raised an assassin in her youth. She's become nothing more than a highly favored guard by the prince. There we go. And now we wait. All right, everybody get up, stretch, take your meds, and get something to drink. Okay. We retweet the socials before I forget. Yep. All right. Alright, welcome back everyone. She may have been raised an assassin in her youth, but she's become nothing more than a highly favored guard by the prince. Indeed, knowing how dearly Prince Ruit regards Lune, her involvement is pretty unlikely. In your time spent at the human world, rarely did you ever see them apart. For he clings onto her like ivy. She follows his strides as closely as his shadow, perhaps even closer. Never in 100 years would he wager her life in such a risky manner. Solus still tried to believe Kotori. In the first place, Prince Ruit and his army completely lacked the critical information required to plan something like this. Picking the suggested location requires a host of knowledge about the terrain and structure of your world, knowledge that even monsters lack, especially regarding Niren's passageways, which are reserved only for their regional lord, and you as the next in line for this position. It's illogical that a human could be aware of any of this. That's why you can't bring yourself to fully believe this assassin story, but you've chosen to believe Kotori. So in spite of its unlikeliness, you must show your choice by actions, or you might ruin your one chance to fully mend this friendship. And if you happen to actually accomplish something here, then isn't it your chance to recover that valuable princely trust as well?
So, what do you think, Solus?
It's not a bad plan. Perfectly possible, too. I can personally return to Buried Oasis and stand guard there. And as for you...
Oh, I'll guard by Red Tulip, of course.
Yeah, I'd cover both bases. See? Didn't I say it was far too early to give up?
Yeah, alright. Thanks. Didn't think I'd convince anyone. Much less someone like you. Really, thank you for listening to me. I mean it.
It's no big deal, really. You're supposed to tell your friends when you're this worried about something.
Yeah.
But we're not done just yet. There's one more thing. On my part, I wouldn't be totally alone. In my hometown, I can immediately make use of Niren's guards if need be. But what about you?
I can take care of this place just fine.
No, Kotori. You're stationed all by yourself here. But remember, a human managed to injure you before. I wouldn't want to leave you alone. Especially not when you don't have any manpower under your command.
My command? A funny thing to hear. Even without people, I'll be fine, Solus. Spirits here can do the job.
What?
Watch.
Alright. Copy. Morse code. Paste. Come. Something. Answer. Whoa. Solus, be wary. Stand back, Kotori. That's... And Morse code. Paste. Dwellers of shadows are at your service. See? It's fine.
No way. In the world, Kotori.
Oh, don't be scared of it. This one won't try to hurt you, since I forbid it to.
What? Why would any spirit listen to you so obediently?
Oh, because I'm very nice to them.
That's all it takes? No way.
It's true. No, everyone else just runs away or tries to hurt them. See, you're doing it right now, too. Put away your claws.
That was on instinct. Fuck, of course I'm trying to protect myself if I see a spirit.
Not going to hurt you. Trust me. You can put those sharp things away. But do you see what I mean? Being nice to them, unlike what others do, makes me stand out. And I guess, became somewhat accepted by them. Anyway, it's like this, so don't worry about me now.
Oh no. Don't get to anyway your way out of this one. More Morse code. Insolence. Although you previously used spirits in war, it takes a lot to tame them at all. Much less to behave to this degree. I mean, this is definitely something unprecedented. So explain yourself, Kotori.
Wait, what did you say? Spirits are used in war? Really?
Oh, fuck. Oops, weren't supposed to ever mention that so casually. No, I meant to say that it came in handy just a few times. Nothing major. So,
Did you just tell me something I wasn't supposed to know, Solus?
Crap. Solus, you fool. You absolute dumbass. No, ignore that, what I just said.
Oh, don't you even try. Don't even try. You're so nervous.
I said ignore it. Just because there's a spirit here. Yeah.
Oh, it's such a horrible liar. Written all over your face that I wasn't supposed to hear that. Too late. Can't make me unhear it now.
No, oh, god damn it. You my stupid blunders.
Solus, you said you believe what I tell you today. Trust me when I say that the spirits simply don't dislike me. Don't attack me because they see me as off limits. That's all.
Look, my bad, okay? I didn't mean to sound like I'm interrogating you.
Habits die hard, I see.
First it was your hunch, and now this. It's very bizarre to witness. Just wanted to understand, Kotori. Why does a spirit trust you?
Well, who knows? But if they're happy to have a nice person who listens to them, why would any spirit want that gone? Think about it. Spirits are always outcast, aren't they?
It's not without reason. They're dangerous, you know. It's not to you, apparently.
I know that. Wouldn't fault anyone for defending against a spirit. But still, I think the antagonization of their mere existence is a bit sad.
Copy. Paste. Her light has touched this one.
How unfortunate it is that they were once used as weapons, but never comes to it again.
Words fail to express just how strange what you're witnessing is. You never knew that Kotori was this much of a pacifist. That's the correct word here. Still, it really looks like the spirit is on her side, even seemingly shunning you for questioning Kotori about its loyalty. Not like forming some kind of peace with spirits had never been under consideration before. It was simply ruled out as too dangerous to try, a waste of time and effort. Frankly, even if it succeeded, it had been far less beneficial than utilizing their fury in a war against humans. Regardless of how cruel it seems, your words have no sway on that decision. Copy. Paste. Such people can't recognize you. Guess that kind of makes sense. But in the first place, how can you communicate with them?
Oh, you could talk with spirits if they put on an illusion of a person.
Oh, right. Obviously. Otherwise you wouldn't understand their noises.
Right, correct. So, well, it'll be okay if you go, Solus. I won't be alone. Any more spirits will come protect me if I ask them.
Did you get them to help you before, by any chance?
Oh yes, many times. Many, many times.
Huh. I don't know how to react. This is just very interesting, to say the least. Are you sure it's going to be fine?
Yes, please. Don't worry about me. If I'm ever faced with a human again, this time, you won't be able to act so easily. Focus on guarding at your end instead. Remember, you're doing this for His Highness's safety.
Right. Naturally, I'll be vigilant. Solus, maybe she's not as incapable as you thought. ... Sorry if he offended you. ... Can't read those. I'm not gonna take the time to punch them all in because that would just be a waste of time. Well, as long as she remains in safe hands, right? Albeit, they may be ghostly, illusory, spooky hands. One thing's for sure. If the spirits made for powerful weapons against humans in war, they can make for powerful protectors against them as well. Looking at Kotori, something echoes in your mind. The words of a dear former friend.
She is in your hands. You must keep her safe.
That was the prince's command to you. Oh, wait.
She is in your hands. You must keep her safe.
That was the prince's commands to you on the day you first met Kotori. In an area nowadays known as the Royal Marshes, Prince Suvalan IV had just assumed his new position and declared his status to the survivors of the war. In the name of furthering his power, former Monster Prince had initiated a direct attack on humankind's former princess. His people were all but expendable corpses, used for nothing more than bringing him closer to his desired victory. It was a bloodbath through and through. When the new prince faced the crowd, he called you all his power. You weren't nameless soldiers, tools of conquest, but part of his world and part of himself.
If I am to embody this world, then you all are the blood that flows in my veins.
Prince Suvalan's first order was to address the drastic loss of lives by caring for those whose lives could still be salvaged. So you sprung to action, rushing to help take care of the wounded survivors, just as His Highness wished. Among them was this one feeble monster girl. It was the first dawn after war. Ooh. Corona, talk to Suvalan.
Look how friggin' excited you are. You have no idea you were bawling your eyes out back there. Come on, Corona, no. Don't talk about that, please. Man, name's gonna take a bit to get used to.
Do you prefer your old name?
Nah, Andromeda is a goddamn mouthful. Besides, the new is much better. Because now, nothing ties me with the shitty angels up there at all.
Glad you like it. By the way, don't ever cry, okay?
Ah, sure thing, crybaby.
It's true. Simply rather shaken up there. Shaken up back there. After what I saw, I thought all hope was lost. But then you showed up.
Really? I don't think I looked like hope, did I?
Whoop. A blood-covered angel shaking me by the collar and demanding a wish. Certainly wouldn't be described as a shining beacon of hope by anyone else. But I felt hopeful, because you asked for my wish.
You have to wonder why you were all alone on a ruined field. Not one of your monsters bothered to come for you.
Ah, well, I'm not the only one who could have ascended to the throne. So when the fighting stopped, and with the death of the previous prince, people were out in a panic, searching for someone to follow. And those with a right to the throne took the opportunity. Those of pure noble blood who could entice people with riches, with land, or by touting their strength in combat. The most immediate choices.
Whoa, the Midworld's rulers have crazy power struggles.
Sure do. Certain my half-siblings and other notorious royalty were out there, trying to every trick in the book to rally people to their side. And choosing me over them never crossed anyone's minds.
Did these people really not believe in you at all? How come they've made such a dramatic switch to your side now? Not like they couldn't come around to trust me. Without you by my side, it would have been adamant never to. Noble blood, material riches, reputation, they're all things that I lack. I have never been given a chance to prove myself. Therefore, no one thought to turn to me. But I know that if anyone other than me were to ascend to the throne, it would result in total disaster. That's why I really thought it was the end of everything. But you showed up. I realized that I could spin it with a new beginning. Into a new beginning. Huh. All you had me do was stand by while you talked to the crowd, though. And that alone is more than enough. The presence of a winged can rally into your side? That's right.
People are rather simple.
Besides, because I don't seem enough as I am, I need that little boost. I needed to show them that I was chosen by the heavens to lead the way.
Yeah, come on. None of that angelic bullshit. Do you know that I just wanted to use you, right?
And it's only fair that I was using you too, my lady.
Oh, sure. Help me rule this world, you said. Kinda like fun? I don't care if you're conflicts, but I don't mind this wish. As long as it gets me to stay as strong as I am.
Is it a good wish for you?
More like the best wish you could have made. Little guy, I'm pretty sure you were breaking tons of cosmic rules here.
Oh?
Winged's divinity is supposed to rely on the crappy overworld. Unless we work our asses off on granting many, many stupid wishes. But what you did to make one vague wish without a time limit on it, you've allowed me to easily cut all ties with the Winged up there. Now that might just make me the strongest I could possibly be, you know?
Oh, I had no clue about that at all. I just broke my mind at the time.
And that worked out well enough for me to spare your life, kid. If I stick with you, I'll have my cake and eat it too, aren't you glad?
Sure am.
But you know, besides having my powers, so I don't mind hanging around this place. Anything's gotta be better than a dumpster of a home in the sky.
Corona. My promise to the people earlier includes you too.
What does?
Promise of making this world a safe home. I'd like it if you regarded this place as a new home for yourself. And if I could make it a likable one at that.
Sure. It'd be pretty cool too, I think. I don't got anywhere else to go anyway.
Really?
Yeah, really.
In that case,
Suvalan, solicit alliance.
don't ever leave me. Stay here with me forever.
Okay.
Hey, weak answer's no good. You need to think well about it.
There's not much thinking I can be doing, kid.
I want you to consider every possibility and then give him an honest answer, asking for your loyalty, for you to dedicate every effort for me. Of course, I'm going to reward you well for it. Just wait and I'll show you. Kind of prince I can grow to be. But for that, I need to confirm your unwavering loyalty now. I want you to only do something if it's for my sake, and to never, never, never leave my side. You understand?
I do. What else is there to consider when I got nothing to my name? Man, even my name is something that you gave me. Let's see why I would leave you.
Then you really can't accept all of that?
Sure. But I don't see why you desperately asked me this either. Young prince, look around you.
Suvalan, look around at the marshes.
In one day, you managed to get every monster on your side. Not just the ones here, but everywhere else in this world. You even got them to help each other in rebuilding this wreck. Are they all really not enough for you? Or maybe, do you trust none of them?
These are the wrong questions to ask. In my new position, I could never have enough followers. But I'm also in a state where I can never trust anyone entirely.
Then, I'm the one you trust?
Not fully so, but I do trust you much more than the others here.
Why, though? What makes me any different from the monsters here?
For residents of this world, their interest lies in their ruler's well-being. On the surface, that might seem to be something in my favor, but it cannot be further from that. In reality, who sits at the throne hardly matters there.
A ruler embodies a world. The ruler in place, world continues to exist in good conditions. So for the people here, this world will continue to be habitable. Life will return to its ruined land as long as the throne is occupied. But the ruler occupying it doesn't have to be me. Oh, it's fine if you don't really get what I'm saying. That part is what makes you different, Corona. Unlike anyone else, you have a vested interest in me, and only me. You obey me not because I am the prince, because I'm Suvilan.
Oh, honestly, yeah. Besides your wish, I don't care for much else. So that's about right.
Yes, thanks to this, you wouldn't choose anyone else. And as long as you're by my side, we can accomplish anything together. I need you to always remain with me, no matter what.
Really hate the idea of someone leaving you, huh?
More than anything else, yes. This loyalty's the only thing I've never been able to forgive. Goodwill alone is not enough to prove loyalty. I need people with a vested interest in my well-being. People whose wants and needs starts and end with me. These are ideally people who have nothing, so I can give them everything. Such a person is easily the most dedicated and most difficult to sway.
You're pretty sly, huh?
Get a better grasp of this whole situation than I thought. Should I take that as a compliment?
Probably not. You're too young to be so conniving already, I think. Glad you're not my enemy, for one thing.
Well, I'm certainly taking that as a compliment. Under these circumstances, I have no better option than to act this way. Wouldn't you say so?
I'm not to be to judge nothing really. But I guess I'm no stranger to maturing under pressure either.
Wonderful. You understand well. Now, this sort of undying dedication is what my wish entails. So, Corona, think about it carefully.
Corona, accept. I mean, I thought about it. My answer's not changing.
Really?
Yep, I'm sticking around you. You give me food and a bed, so it's cool.
Ah, such basic needs. Of course I'm going to fulfill those. Doesn't sound like you thought about it at all.
Can't think no more than I already have, Blackhead.
Then you can ask for more than the basics. Do you want any benefits from your new position?
Well, does helping you mean I get to rule over all those weaklings here? Weaklings who think they need anything more to acknowledge you?
So you're not going to have a position above all of them, yes?
Not what I'm asking. Listen, kid. Your dumb monsters don't realize how capable you actually are. I don't like that.
Ah, well, you've really shown people what I can do.
And why don't you just show them who's the boss for once? Let him remember it forever. That'll get him in line.
Ah, no. I'm not hurting anyone just for the sake of proving myself.
Yeah, figured you'd say that. You showed some nerve, they'd know where their place is. But you're too afraid to rule with fear, I see.
Oh, that's not it. I mean, if I'm to harm someone, I'm afraid I can't be lenient about it.
Whoa.
I'd have to do it so severely that they cannot even think of revenge. Otherwise, it only provides the motivation to enact treason later.
Whoa.
Sure, fear has its place. For one, fear is necessary to keep the rebellious in place. Punishment must instill enough fear to override thoughts of revenge. I just don't believe anyone deserves that kind of terrible harm. Yet. Terrorizing them with fear just after a war would simply scare them off. Don't you think so?
Maybe?
Fear has a better effect when it is used during the comfort of peace. On the other hand, reward has its place as well. Right now is a time of need, and I'm providing everything they need. I've shown them that there are rewards for following me. As expected, my favor has returned, since they are now on my side. For now, this is enough to win them over without resorting to fear. Don't you think so too?
No, look, I don't care. This is the exact dumb technical crap I don't want to bother with.
Oh, haha. Oops.
I just don't like that the idiots you're helping were looking down on you.
It's okay. No need to concern yourself with that. figuring these matters out is my part of the rule here. Fine. You can go be boring like that. Let me show them who's boss. That's what I'm asking for. Because I'm not gonna let anyone look down on you if I have a say about it. I appreciate it, but don't kill anyone, please. Barely just got them all on my side. Okay, oh, fine, whatever. These corpses can't acknowledge who's boss. Hearing them admit it can still be satisfying. So no worries there, Your Highness. I'll make them know their place while keeping them 100% alive. Really, you're acting like a bully now. But thanks for having my back. I believe I can maintain the other order using your brutal attitude just fine. Corona. Notice. Wait. Yo, Prince. Is that your orange shirt boy over there? What? Where? Down there, look. Oh. Solus? Yeah, orange shirt guy. What's he in a hurry for? He looks pathetic stumbling like that. Someone with him. Wait, are they coming up here? Oh hell no, not without permission they are. Question strange redhead. Not so fast, tiny thing. Where do you think you're going? I came here to meet the prince. And who said you could just do that? Show some respect. Not anyone can be walking up to the big boss so casually. That guy in the orange shirt said I can. Damn it, orange shirt guy. Why don't you show some respect either? I have a name, you know. Orange shirt. He said I can meet the prince. It's Solus, for God's sake. I know I said that, but it's really fine if you don't. I told you over and over. His Highness said to help anyone injured. Don't need to get permission or anything. But what's going on, Solus? Oh, Your Highness. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you at all. Solus, recall your work in the medical ward along with how you met Kotori. This is one of the wounded. He had some terrible injuries. You treated them well, so there's nothing to worry about. But as soon as she regained consciousness, he's been apologizing for causing trouble to all of us. And she said she wanted to apologize to you personally, of all people. Oh. I was trying to calm her down, and eventually she asked about Your Highness. I mentioned that you're here. She took off saying she needs to see you. So you let a poor little injured patient go out and about this easily? Bloody hell, orange shirt. I told her not to bother His Highness, but she just ran off. An injured person sure can run. Ugh. Even to hold her down or something? What? Of course not. It'd be a horrible course of action, you idiot. Damn, how shitty are you at your one single job here? And impressive that you were out of breath just from chasing a little runt. Prince, you shouldn't waste your time on this orange shirt. You look so useless. Oh, who do you think you are to gatekeep His Highness? The last time I haven't named you. Shush, quiet down. Kotori, speak to the prince. You wanted to speak to me? Yes, I came to apologize. To request the prince's permission. What for? Because the prince's people have graciously lent me many things. I've used their clothes, medicine, and bed. You're Monster Prince, right? So please accept my most sincere... What? Your Highness! Oh. What do you think you're doing? You're so short. Huh? I know that. How young are you? I'm not young, I'm old. Really? Really. Well, how old are you? I'm older than the prince. Nah, no way you are. It's true, I do not lie. How many years old are you, then? That is... 14... 5... 4... Maybe... Maybe that... Or maybe more? You don't know? No. Tried to count each year, but no one remembered to record it with me. Suverlan, that's no way to treat a lady. Well then, let's not worry about that. What matters is that you're here and you're safe. Hey, would you put me down already? I'm not a child. Don't treat me like one. Certainly. Please excuse my discourtesy.
I'm indeed Prince Suvalon Eos, the one you're looking for. And what is your name?
Kotori.
No, your full name.
Oh, I don't have a surname. I am just Kotori, so...
Whoop. Hang on. There we go. Happy to readjust some stuff over here. There we go. There we go. Back here. There we go.
It's Kotori, so...
Poke.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. What about your family, Kotori?
I don't have one.
Really? Not a single relative. Phyllis, what a pitiful state she was in.
Not anyone who care. In the end, they all did not want me. So there is no family.
Oh geez. You just abandoned then? Someone that meek was thrown out to fend for herself in the middle of war, no less. Fail to comprehend how anyone could commit such a heartless act. Her sad state is starting to make more sense, at least. When you discovered her, caretakers at the medical ward informed you of how she had deep wounds, plenty of which were infected. Due to her panic state, she would not explain from where any of the injuries had come. Considering her state of mind, not seem like the right move to insistently inquire either. After some recovery, she began to respond to you a little. So, adamantly did she seek out the new prince as soon as she heard about him. Suvalon, break out of your awkward silence.
Boop.
I see. Having one name makes you mononymous. It is the custom of this world to give such people a chance to adopt a surname from royalty. Kotori, would you like to take my surname?
Whoa, no. Absolutely not. How could I? You're a prince, and I am just some homeless person.
Right. I do not have an idea of your standing. I do have an idea of your standing. I extend the offer with that in mind, but I understand your reservations. After all, something of mine would not be fitting of your status.
It is fine, Your Highness. Your name is not of importance to me. I am Kotori. That is all I can be.
As you wish, then. Suvalon, rise. But young lady Kotori, don't call yourself homeless. You are welcome to reside in this world that I am rebuilding. You're one of my people, so I never want to hear you call yourself that.
Oh, really?
Yes. This is your home, Kotori.
Oh, and if I use what the princess people give me, that also allowed?
As long as you are in your home, it is. So don't worry about anything. Use what you need to recover well.
I see. Wow. Must admit, I was a little intimidated to meet you, but you are far kinder than I thought.
Tori, acknowledge.
You are a good Prince, Suvalon. A really, really good one.
Tori, and don't forget your thanks.
Thank you very much for...
Tori,
again? What are you doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Suvalon, give Solus a new task, mainly in regards to Kotori. Solus? Yes, Your Highness. She looks well rested, but not much else. Probably needs something to eat and to drink. You take her to one of the nearby provision points, and until she's fully recovered, would you keep a close eye on her? If you want me to, I sure can. And she is in your hands. You must keep her safe. Understood. I'm sure you can tell how much she's in need of it, so take especially good care of her. Of course, Your Highness. It's been a while since he gave you such unusually direct orders. For whatever reason, the prince seems possibly fond of this person. Difficult to tell, but at least you can confidently say that he doesn't dislike her. You're certainly glad that your mishandling of a patient didn't become an issue here. This good of an outcome wasn't what you expected at all. Oh well. As far as you're concerned, you're to follow His Highness's orders. Help this disorderly girl out, whoever she is. Orange shirt guy, help Kotori out the best you can. You must be hungry by now, right?
A bit.
Then come on, let's go eat.
Oh, okay. What is Suvalan going to do?
Oh, hey now. You don't call him by name so casually. That's the prince.
Oops.
Seriously, you have to be respectful. Although it does seem like the prince wouldn't mind for whatever reason. Aside from periodically helping around the shelters, the prince has been overseeing reconstruction of the damaged buildings. From time to time, he directly assists the workers around here.
Wow. With his own hands? Didn't imagine a ruler would do that. The prince won't look like a prince if he's doing servant work.
Hey, you're very wrong there. To me, that makes him far more fit as a ruler. More than if he were to separate himself from us. At least, I could say he cares more than the previous prince ever did.
Oh, that why you've been helping a lot around here? We were saying you did take a break in quite a while.
Huh. Didn't know anyone noticed me going around. Scroll. But, probably right, huh?
What if the prince doesn't reward you for the extra work? You'd be working much too hard for someone who won't even notice it.
It's perfectly fine, though. I'm not even expecting him to know what I'm doing anyway.
And how come you work so hard still?
Tolis, get nourishments for Kotori. I trust the prince's vision of the future, so I'll do everything he asks for to make it come true.
His vision?
Yes. He'll build a future where we never have to suffer this much again.
Oh, that sounds nice. I want the world to be like that too.
And doesn't that mean you want to help the prince too?
Can I?
That's what you want. Then of course you can. Kotori, ask what you can do in the shortest amount of time possible so you can become a bigger person in this world.
Well, I want to be of use somehow, and not negligibly so. I don't think I could truly make a difference.
Sure you could. Towards peace, even one person's efforts matter. You can start right now by helping out here.
Oh, I suppose I could, but there may be somewhere else that I can help. I mean, it looks like there's plenty of helping hands to go around here.
Come to think of it, places in Akamara are probably understaffed. Maybe they'll need the extra help more. Actually, I have a job to handle around there soon. It'd be a good chance to show you the basics if you want.
Where are you doing that job exactly?
Not too far from here. Just a small town called Red Tulip.
Oh, yes, there. I want to go there. I'll assist you with it.
Sure thing then.
But wait. I've never done this work thing before. I've never needed to. I want to repay the prince, but I don't want my inexperience to trouble you.
Hey, you can always learn. No one here got to where they are without trying. Especially not His Highness. If you want to be non-negligible to him, then you'll have to work for it.
Oh.
But don't worry. I'll give you a hand. Nothing's difficult once you learn the ropes. Even I can do something that matters, then you can too.
I see.
Despite her work and experience, Kotori certainly was a hard worker, but not the most disciplined. If things ever felt too stressful, she'd sneak off from her assigned tasks, prompting you to hound her and get her back on track. Put simply, she was bad at conforming to absolute rules and inflexible demands. Yet, still, you could see that there was a lot of potential in her.
And I'll do my best too, Solus.
even if you must give everything up for a peaceful future. So rather than acting only as a supervisor for training, he chose to take a more friendly, collaborative approach in assisting her. As a result, the two of you went from mere co-workers to good friends, and then you eventually... never mind all that. Reminiscing about the past never does you any good. Your thoughts linger solely on the good parts. Your old friendship with Kotori, Corona, and the Prince. How deeply you wish it could be reconstructed. It rings impossible, and yet part of you still wants to try. Solus, it wouldn't hurt to open your heart again just a touch, would it?
What are you spacing out there for? You've been staring at my face for a while.
Crap. Sorry. Beep, 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 beep. Morse code. Paste. Creep. What is it saying?
Who knows?
What? Did I miss something here? More Morse code. What aren't you missing? There we go. Okay, I don't think I like this spirit. It's looking at me as if it's judging me.
No. It's just your imagination.
Well, whatever. Looks like you're all set with your spirit buddy here, so I guess it's alright. So, before I go, this is a bit unrelated, but hear me out. Just earlier before coming here, I got told to get lost by Corona.
Whoa. What did you do?
What's your first thought that it's my fault?
Corona doesn't tell people off unfairly, I don't think.
Well, you're not wrong.
But you're not a nasty guy, so what did you do to make her so upset?
Mentioned that I won't attend the celebration for His Highness.
Oh. Considering everything, it's looking like I won't be going either. So we can't get lost, I guess.
Sure. Yes. But Kotori, what if we do ensure that everything will be fine, then wouldn't it probably be possible for you to go?
Solus, right now a birthday's the least of my worries.
I mean, not to impose on you or anything. I was just wondering, Spirit. Give them some space.
Oh, what about you then? Sounds like you've changed your mind about I'm not attending. Was this an invitation of sorts, perhaps?
Maybe it's a foolish suggestion. His Highness bluntly told me that my presence is the same as my absence. Somehow, despite hearing that, I still think that if there's ever a chance for the three of us to hang out again, just like old times, then it wouldn't be that bad at all. His Highness included, too. I mean, don't you miss being a part of this once-in-a-year occasion?
Do you? Solus, you're not subtle at all. Describing your feelings here, not mine.
Fuck. Okay, well, you got me there. Guess I do miss those days, a little bit.
You'd attend if I do too, then?
Well, why not? Be motivated for once if it's not just family there. Take it as a friendly invitation to join me.
If everything goes well, then I don't mind. This time I want to go if I can. It would be nice if it's possible. Plus, we'll need to give Corona money for our bet.
Oh god, he doesn't lay out the hook for that?
Of course not. You know how she is.
Yeah. Okay, it's a deal then. So listening to Tori. Conclude.
Sure. Just don't let this distract from what we have to do, alright? Really, this is no time to think about fun and leisure. Not until we make sure everything may pass by safely.
You're talking to me. Of course I'm gonna take this seriously. So don't worry, you can focus on things there and take care of yourself. On things here and then take care of yourself.
Great!
If all goes well, meet again on the last day. So, see you later, yeah?
Yeah. Goodbye, Solus.
What? Not a see you later too? Oh, I guess you're parting ways with that then. Honestly, what are you going to do on such an important day? Not like you ever planned to go to the celebrations either, even though your entire family probably already left for it by now. I've already left for it, but now going to be standing guard. Somehow you ended up doing work during an official break. You're planning to just take it easy at home, but, well, this is what will make Kotori happy and ease her worries. Possibly something that will keep His Highness safe. And it's not a problem at all. Companionship of the deceased. Okay, we're gonna be doing a lot of this. Whoop. Paste. Cheer up.
Oh, sorry. I'm okay.
Copy. Paste. Are you lonely?
It's fine. I'm used to solitude. I'm a weirdo that talks to you guys after all.
Copy. Paste. Delete. Delete. You're much more. Do not be sad.
Please don't worry about me. I'd rather hear about you, lost one. Tell me, you remember who you were?
Copy. Oh, come on. Paste. This humble servant recalls little. The only choice for an exile, not too bad, is it? Copy. Paste. Only smoke and endless warfare.
I see. That is unfortunate. But I'd love to know what each and every one of your names were. What kind of lives you all led.
Copy. Paste. This servant only wishes to comply with the lady's commands.
Yes. Thank you for answering so quickly. Else I would have been doubted even more.
So hurry up and join them. Copy. Paste. Only fools do not heed your call. Copy. Wait. Oh, did I do that wrong? Copy. Paste. Oh, is that the same thing? Twice in a row? Copy. Paste. Yes, it is. And the second one, or the third one. Why must you stay with such fools?
They are important to me. That's why Sorry, it's a bit difficult to think clearly right now. There's some annoying, persistent thoughts in my head again.
Whoop. Paste. Do not strain. Spirit, take a more comprehensible form. Ooh. Lady, we of the shadows answer to you at once. Yet, for you to rely on those corrupted by light, pray tell, what is the purpose of consulting that man?
I am trying not to give up. You may see this as a gambit born from desperation. Sacrificing a piece can still lead to checkmate.
Kotori, how exactly are you feeling? You're a bit distant all of a sudden. Impossible not to be distant. You've changed so much. You're not the same girl everyone's come to care for. Friendship has its limits. Childless innocence has to disappear. After all, this is not a reality where love can save the day. Understood. We shall comply then.
Thank you for believing in me.
Please issue your commands at ease, lady. ... dash dash blah blah blah. Case. Command.
Swarm the borders. Prioritize the locations I've indicated. Do what you must. And let nobody know friend from foe.
Spirits scatter. It's a sly trick to make the weak of heart, the innocent, turn back home. At least they end up like Little Red. Only the true criminal is to be punished after all. Nino. Answer, Nino. What will I run out of time to accomplish? It seems that you do not remember right now, so I do not either. But listen, and notice that the clock is ticking in the back of your mind. Don't you feel an ever-present sense of urgency, beating away at you ever so slowly? The memories are reaped away, but it won't stop me. There's still a way forward. You're bound to remember, as long as you keep moving forward. Don't foolishly fall into the trap of complacency. If you don't hurry, this would all have been for nothing. You shouldn't be wasting any time here. If you leave everything up to such people, it'll only end up badly for them. They follow you, but you do not follow them. So do what you must to remember. Time for you to go. That means it's my time too. You are me, and I am you, after all. You know what it means, right? No need to deny yourself anymore. I only have myself. A strange, desolate feeling fills your heart. It is as if you don't have any move now. Then you'll never be complete. If you don't move now, you'll never be complete. Time. The only thing that never stops moving forward. Yet you must race this unforeseen force to keep up, lest you miss your chances. I only have myself. Nino? Huh? It's been a while since you've heard a voice beside your own. Nino? Who's calling your name? Nino, look around. What is that? Oh, wait. Who?
Nino.
Who?
Here to get you, Nino. Come on.
Nino, follow. A monster?
Hey, wait. What do you think you're doing? I said wait. Where are you going? You can't do that. You can't leave. Come on. Everyone's waiting.
No, don't leave me. Nino, wake up.
Wake up, Nino.
Blah! Ow! Nino, ow, you're up. Proclaim your awakeness. Stop, I'm awake already. What the heck? 5?
Yay, Nino finally woke up. Hello, Nino.
It's so bright. Hey, it worked.
See, 5 can do it.
Good job, 5.
Even though I told you not to wake him up so forcefully.
Kindly ask 5 not to do that again. Please don't do that again. But 5, you were trying to wake me up?
All of us were. You were not responding though, lazy bones.
Huh. Think I heard your voice in my dream, 5.
Whoa, really? What if I say in Nino's dream?
You just called my name. I think that's what woke me up.
Oh, Nino, that's boring. In a dream, 5 wants to be cooler, 5. Nino, anything can happen in a dream. Don't be boring. Next time, Nino must be creative, okay?
5, it's not like you can control what you see when you sleep. I don't even know why you were in my dream. Probably because she was shouting in your face.
That's so rude. We all shouted a fair bit to wake him up too. So what about us, picky boy? Can't we all equally share your dreams?
Please, don't let me in with that sentiment. I'd rather not be in anyone's dreams.
Cool, boring input. Thanks.
In your dream, those 3 were there too, weren't they? But it wasn't the same. I mean, look. You 2 were okay with being in a guy's dreams. Knock yourselves out.
Oh. What the heck? Shut up, Reed. Suddenly I'm kind of glad I was left out. I mean, no offense, Nino. No offense to Nino, but... I didn't mean anything weird by that.
You guys are way too loud.
Sorry for making you up so annoyingly. But I'm glad you had a nice dream, Nino.
What makes you think it was nice?
Because Nino didn't want to wake up from it. Yes, you were in such deep sleep.
I was?
Yeah, you wouldn't wake up when we shook you around, not even when we threw pillows at you.
You did what?
I tried to stop them, I swear.
Well, anyway, it wasn't that good of a dream.
Oh no. Did Nino have a nightmare?
No. Actually, I don't remember most of what I dreamt. But it can't be a nightmare if I was there.
Oh. Oh, I guess you only slept deeply because of fatigue then?
Yeah. You recall your dreams at all? That was a lie. Yes, you do remember it very well. But it is something far too strange to share. Saying you don't remember is much easier, and is obviously much more believable to these guys. You silently wonder how much importance you should give to what was in it. What you saw was interesting in your dreams. It was interesting. In your dreams, who was that? It's too easy to say it's you, because of his appearance, and although he did share your memories and capabilities, something about him seemed off. Of course, you're not letting whatever he is order you around as he likes. No one controls your actions besides yourself. But ultimately, this proved one thing to you. Both can agree on how valuable your lost memories are. You know, just in case, check your Healing Hands ability. Indeed, your ability does work in the way he's made you recall. And wait, what's this? Looks like you've recharged the amount of healing you can do. Just one good night's sleep? Although you had a weird dream, your body feels well rested. So if you run out of healing, you'll need to rest again. Huh. You know, ponder what that thing said. Your dream and what you've heard, well, it tells you that you probably do not have anything or anyone to go back to, so to speak. That there is nothing and nobody in this world who's waiting for you, which is perfectly fine, of course. And that concerns your source. If somewhere in this world you had a safe home with all basic necessities filled, then why did you leave it? What does the monster world have to offer that you depart from safety for? If this world was so unimportant that you'd leave it without a care, then it wasn't really home. In conclusion, finding the source doesn't matter. You know, if that phantom really was you, and are you really sure you want to remember? Of course you do. If the source doesn't matter, then the only thing that does is your destination. You have to get there to regain your memories and get back on track. The you in your dream isn't wrong about that part. There's one thing that he's gotten right, that you were distracted by everyone else from the most important goal, your memories. What you must do is set off towards recovering them. So it's back to the drawing board. You know, Kaji did say you could lose yourself. You could lose yourself if your memories turn out to be undesirable. Sure, he did. But so what? What does Kaji know about you, after all? Spoilers, the answer is nothing. Only you know yourself. You don't want to lose your trust in that fact. Giving up on moving forward isn't your style. Why aren't you listening? Huh? Hey, focus on what matters. Kaji is irrelevant. So pipe down already. Whoop. There we go. And retweet the socials so we can finish up here eventually. There we go. All right.
Now we wait for the ads, and then we'll finish up this page and probably end there. It's a little shorter than normal. All right, a few more seconds. All right. And welcome back, everybody who was stuck in ad hell. So we're going to finish up this page and then we'll end stream there. So because we do have another stream planned for tonight over on the blue site. Here we go. Hey, focus on what matters. Kaji is irrelevant, so pipe down already. You're not obligated to do anything beside what helps you. Focus on what matters. Who knows what you will have whenever the end comes? It's naive to pretend that you'd know. Right now, it's far more naive to believe you only have yourself. What's the deal with these annoying thoughts? Look, you're not ignoring the others. Your goals do not entirely match up. Thanks to them, you've gotten quite distracted from the fact that a part of you is missing. To make things worse, this started because becoming your normal state in their eyes. This incomplete you is what everyone else has accepted. As long as you know that there's a way towards becoming whole, you're not going to give up on it. In the end, why should their goals matter more than yours? Seriously, one more off-course thought and you'll...
Nino, are you alright? Are you angry that we woke you up after all?
Arya, check up on Nina.
You haven't said much since then. I'm just sorry that they've annoyed you so much. I promise they only woke you up out of concern.
Oh, it's just Arya, huh? Or she'd go out of her way, apologizing on others' behalf like this. Come to think of it, she's so very valuable, isn't she? Your goal is in the monster world, then she's the most important person here. To ask her to accompany you would be an incredibly tall order. Just imagining how it will go sounds very ridiculous already. Hey, I know you finally found your way to the world of humans and barely escaped the danger of monster kind. How about we just waltz right back in there? It's something I urgently need to remember, you see. Thanks in advance. Yeah, Arya's nice, but she's not that nice. We'll need a different approach. Being straightforward won't do you any favors. Perfectly fine. Don't worry.
Really?
Yep.
Alright, that's good then. If there's anything troubling you, I'd be happy to help. Hope I can lend an ear at the very least.
Yeah, thanks. There really is no problem though, so don't worry.
Alright. By the way, are you hungry, Nino?
Oh, now that I think about it, we should get ourselves breakfast soon, huh?
I'm already preparing something, actually. I think it's a meal you'd enjoy a lot. It'll be done soon, so make sure you don't snack on anything before then.
Oh, okay. Those mysterious statements, she scurries off. Man, these guys sure have nothing to worry about. Should you be envious of their ignorance, or thankful that you've woken up from yours? Regardless, you have a lot to think about. For now, you'll let them mess about as they like. There should be no interruptions if they're busy in themselves anyway. Arya, return to the group.
This room is really something else, huh? You got everything we need.
Thankful for the pajamas in particular. They're unexpectedly comfortable.
Well, our room's definitely better equipped than Kaji's.
Why do you know what that looks like?
Reasons? Hey, don't give me that weird looks. You know, I kinda just broke in there to borrow some stuff, that's all.
What the hell?
We were adventuring, okay?
Oh, sure, that makes breaking into people's homes totally acceptable.
Yeah, some crazy escapades here. Good times.
I was being sarcastic.
I like this little kitchen the most. The hotel staff were kind enough to stock it in advance.
Oh, kitchen. Right, I was gonna make something.
What, you? Can you even cook?
Yes.
Really? I'll help. Be good to prepare enough breakfast for everyone. In addition to what I'm already baking.
Nah, I didn't mean breakfast. Just need a gallon of coffee right about now if I want to stay awake.
Oh. Didn't you have a good sleep?
No. But getting some food with my coffee sounds cool too.
That's unfortunate. Then let's see here. What'd be a good meal for 5 people? Oh, hey, Arya. What is it? You should make me a sandwich. Sure, what kind would you like?
Arya, put that 5th plate back. We're making breakfast for 4 only.
Wait, no, it was just a joke. Why did the number go down? I was joking, please count me in.
You get what you deserve.
Can't cook a single thing to save my life. Ah.
Guys, pipe down. I have something to say. Hold on. Something smells really good.
That would be the muffins. Yay, muffins! Let me get in a muffin sandwich.
Huh, that's so. Cool.
Don't you like muffins, Nino? Make tea to go with them, like last time too, so...
I'm not picky. Whatever's there is fine by me.
Oh, alright.
Nino, plan. Reed, you're familiar with the Monster World's layout, aren't you? Depends what exactly you mean by that. More or less, I'd say yes, although it's not on the level of someone who lives there, I guess. I mean, you have experience in crossing through rifts, right? Actually, to put this in better words, you're familiar with how the world's layout relates to this one's, yes? Oh, yeah. Actually, the best way to describe it. Surprised you got it down so accurately. See, in that case, make an important decision. Instead of waiting around for the docks to open, let's go to the capital right now. Reveal your plan, and we will end the stream with that. There we are. And we will move on to the next page. There we go. And I will find someone for us to raid into. That way we can get ready for the other stream. Let's see. Ooh, Reina the Mouse is playing. Yeah, we'll raid into Reina. It's been a little bit. What is her name again? I just had it open. Okay, yeah, it's just Reina the Mouse. There we go. There we are, and she's good people and deserves all the love and support. As always, thank you everybody for being here. If indeed you still are, tell the people you love that you love them. Give them a hug. I will see you all in a moment at the other site if you are indeed old enough to be there. But yeah, please take care of yourself. Get some food. Get some water. Take your meds if you need to. I'll see you all tomorrow for a similar circumstance of a chill stream, and then we'll switching over to the blue Twitch. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye.